I don't know what we're doing here. This game doesn't have Elite Four rematches.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks to whoever was able to make trainer editors. I bet you didn't know that the trainer rematches were double battles.
Are they? Actually? I mean, I know I'm looking at it, but...
They are actually, all of them are legitimately double battles, so Rutherford here gets to make a comeback.
Oh, yeah. That's his name.
The fights are in order of Gym Leader, but I did not record them in order. I think Roxanne was one of the last ones I did because this Aerodactyl kept fucking me up. It's only level 47, but outspeeds and tears the shit out of me because Aerodactyl's whole thing is going fast and hitting hard, and Butterfree is quadruple weak to Rock. Ferris's whole thing is to put people to sleep and usually just throw out psychics or fish for stat ups, and Rutherford's thing is just throw up sword stances and spam Twin Needle or Poison Sludge Bomb, whatever his psychic move is. It's actually kind of interesting because the AI seems to have an actual strategy, but I can't tell if it's that or just Gen 3's penchants for spamming the shit out of Protect. Because Golem's thing, like half of Roxanne's team just throws out Earthquake, and the other half just spams Protect. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's just like a lucky coincidence.
I feel like I've never seen these sprites.
Omastar and Golem, you probably haven't. I don't think they're in the Gen 3 decks until the National decks.
Huh. I'll probably not recognize a lot of sprites then.
Yeah, probably not.
So they actually have 6 Pokemon.
Yep, they all of the trainers from here on have 6 Pokemon with full-ass teams. They very rarely have interesting items, unfortunately. Like, the most they have is a Citrus Berry, which I think in this game restores 30 HP, unlike the 30 it restores in later or 30% it restores in later gens.
Huh.
Oh yeah, also Butterfree has leftovers because you can get that in the post game. I forget what Beedrill has. I keep switching the item between like the poison increasing held item and the bug increasing held item.
Does leftovers not get consumed?
No, leftovers is a permanent 1/16 heal every turn.
Oh, every turn, no matter what?
No matter what. It is an insanely good held item, and you will probably always see it in every competitive Pokemon team ever. Because free healing is just insanely good.
Why'd they make that a thing?
I don't know. And it's been in the game. It's been in the series since Gen 2 when they introduced held items. So it's like it's a staple, that's for sure. Also, it's kind of funny that Roxanne's Nose Pass is like her signature Pokemon in the initial fight because, you know, she only has 2 Pokemon. But now Nose Pass is by far her shittiest. And it's funny that she saves it for like second to last. Nose Pass is really terrible. Apparently, it's like all of its stats are in defense and nothing else.
Are there any attacks that use defense?
No, I think there's 2 attacks in the series that use your defense for your attacking stat, and they're not introduced until Gen 6 and Gen 8.
Oh.
Luckily, Nosepass gets an evolution next gen, but that's not relevant to us here. I was very worried about Steelix, although I'm worried about like every fucking steel type because Steel resists everything that Butterfree can do, and is just straight up immune to poison, so Beedrill can't even spam his good poison move. Thankfully, because of your efforts in XD, Nightmare is fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure the only reason that any of this is possible is because of Nightmare.
Oh.
Butterfree's moveset pre-Gen 4 is really ass.
How'd you get-
Nightmare is like the one X factor.
How'd you end up getting Nightmare?
I just used a cheat engine type thing, basically. Just a Pokemon editor. The editor actually, like, when you're editing your Pokemon's moves, it actually lets you change. You can have any Pokemon with any move, but it lists the legal moves it can have in green. And Nightmare was in green, so I did not cheat.
Okay.
Brawly sucks. He's fighting type against a psychic type Pokemon. And Hitmonchan is still really bad in this game because his signature thing is the elemental punches, but they go off of his special attack stat of, I think, 30, which is really, really horrible. Butterfree's physical attack is 35, for the record, or like for comparison's sake.
How do those numbers work?
I have no idea. They're just relative to each other, but I don't know how they actually function.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. Hitmonchan does Fire Punch, and it does like 30 damage.
Reflect? That's all Reflect does?
Yeah, Reflect is just a team-wide, I thought it was 2 stages up, but it said increased a little, so I don't know. Yeah, it's like for 5 turns, all physical damage is halved or quarter, or like by 2/3 or something. Okay, all of the gym leaders except for one were done at level 70. You might be able to guess which one I had to increase my level for. And Steven was done at, I think, 83. So the Butterfree is level 83 in the save file I gave you.
Son of a bitch. That's strong.
Yeah. Hitmonchan hit me with an Ice Punch and instantly froze me, which is annoying.
How do you fucking deal with that with no items?
Just wait for me to... just wait to thaw out. That's
Oh,
all I
right,
can
you
do.
can actually thaw.
Yeah, Gen 1 is the only one where you can't thaw out.
I just don't know fucking anything about Pokemon. Did you know that about me?
No, I could have never have guessed.
I just like how the creatures look. I
That's
never knew
fair.
that there was numbers and stuff.
I only see 4 numbers on screen. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he
it doesn't-
freezes me and then he uses Fire Punch on me and then he dethaws me. I forgot about that.
Do they in the future make it so that in double battles you can see your own HP numbers? Or is it always like this?
I actually learned, like, while I was playing Platinum with Arizona, that if you press start in a double battle, you can see your numerical HP.
Oh.
It swaps between the bar and the numbers, which is just straight up weird, but maybe that's in this game too. I never tried.
Alright, all of these Pokemon are level fucking... Right now, I'm just sifting through GameFAQ save files. This guy just has all level 100 shinies, which is probably legit.
Definitely.
And they all have leftovers.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely legit. Those
Wait, no,
6 leftovers you can
The
get.
slacking has choice band.
Yeah, that
Whatever
seems
that
about
is.
right. Choice Band, I think, increases your physical attack by a fuck ton, but you can only use one move.
Oh. What's a Starfberry?
Who has it?
Ninjask.
Probably increases speed when eaten. Here's Wattson, the bane of my existence when we fought him originally.
If I fought you with a level 100 Love Disc, would that still just beat your ass too hard?
Like, just a love disc, or like...
Well, I mean, just
other
like
things, too?
Pokemon that are just shit like Love Disc, but they're level 100.
It would probably still kill me. That's like the Pokemon I have the best chance against if it was level 100, but
Okay.
I'd probably still lose. Ironically, in Watson's fight, in contrast to Roxanne, I think the Magneton is still the hardest Pokemon in his team. Just because it's Steel type.
Electabuzz looks really desaturated.
Yeah, I remember thinking that too. I'm not sure what's up with his color.
It's like a cheese.
Rutherford is more yellow than he is, and he's not even electric type. I don't know. I got the Omni boost from Silverwind. I don't think that ever happens ever again. For the record, I mean, it's probably obvious from the fact that these two are always level 70, but after every fight, I did reload.
Oh, so you didn't get XP?
Yeah, I wanted to do this as low a level as I could get away with.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't test on every single level, obviously. I think I started at 65 and I got my ass beat, and I went to level 70, and then I was fine. There's probably a level in between I would have been fine at, but I don't care. Level 70 is low enough for me. I know I've complained about this already, but it seriously baffles me how much they want you to play this game to do these fights. I had no idea they were double battles. That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're even at the maximum rematches, their levels still aren't that high. Like, you would have a higher team than 50s or 60s by the time you like did all the post-game stuff, and by the time that you unlock the final rematches, everyone, your team might be in like the 80s. So the fact that I cheated it actually makes it more fair in a way.
Why Rutherford?
Because I asked you what the opposite of Ferris is, or something.
Oh yeah, like a Rutherfordium is on the other end of... It's probably not even true. Oh wait, no, I think I actually looked it up, so maybe it is true.
I don't know. I like the name, to be honest, because it's like, because Beedrill is a girl, and like Ruth is a girl's name, I think, so it works.
Was there a President Rutherford? It sounds like a very presidential name.
It does. I don't know if it was.
Who's your favorite president?
Hold on.
Better question is, who's the worst president ever?
Well, if you go by BuzzFeed, Obama.
Yeah, better question is, who's the worst president from like a long time ago?
I don't know. One of the ones that had slaves, I assume. My favorite president is Millard Fillmore. Millard Fillmore, sorry.
Who the fuck is that?
He's the only name on this list I don't recognize, so I'm not sure.
Is that even a real president?
Did he do anything?
I thought... Have you ever heard of Chester Arthur?
I believe so.
See? That was the president voted least known. But I've never heard of whoever you just said. My favorite shitty president is Franklin Pierce because he somewhat caused the Civil War and then all his kids died.
Are those two things related?
No, not at all.
Oh, wait, okay, the Flannery fight is actually kind of funny because this Arcanine just completely fucks her entire team over. The Arcanine, at first it intimidates, which is bad for Rutherford because she uses physical attacks, but then it just spends the rest of the battle just doing Helping Hand, and which, you know, boosts the attack of the assisted party member, but everything just gets a 1 or 2 shot by both of my Pokemon just teaming up on them. So Arcanine just spends the entire fight just clapping its hands at its partner Pokemon, just watching its whole team get mowed down. I don't think it does a single thing other than Helping Hand until it's the only Pokemon left. And this was definitely the one this was like one of the 2 fights I was most worried about because, you know, fire.
In XD, I set the thing to anything goes, but whenever I try to put a Pokemon, it says illegal Pokemon are not permitted.
What Pokemon are you trying to put in?
Just literally any Pokemon ever.
Oh.
They're all shiny for some reason, but that can't be it.
What's the format?
Anything goes.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can only imagine it's the shininess, but I don't know why that would be.
Oh, I think, okay, you know what it's doing? It's knowing that they're cheated Pokemon.
Oh.
It knows that their stats aren't right. Or whatever, however they figure that out.
Yeah, I forgot Pokemon games even back then actually were like cognizant of cheating capacity potential. That makes sense.
That sucks. I don't care. I just want to use it. That's a weird sprite. And he's dead.
Yeah, Houndoom is another Pokemon where its color scheme doesn't look right. And Arcanine is finally by itself, but then dies anyway. I think this was the only gym leader that took me 1 try, because I caught on to that helping hand thing real fast. Alright, Norman. This is an interesting one. Norman is the only one with a legitimate, actual programmed strategy. Unfortunately, we don't see it because the strategy is really dangerous. So first of all, Blissey is here to do one thing. It's here to skill swap Truant off of Slacking and then onto you. This fight starts off so fucked up because he has 2 Slackings and I think they both... I had to level to 73 just so I could outspeed one of the Slackings. The Slackings will just straight up one-shot me, no matter which one it is. And if Blissey gets off skill swap to give it natural cure so we can attack every turn, then I'm omega fucked. So unfortunately, you don't get to see the actually cool strategy because it's super debilitating for me. But what's funny is that the AI in this game, just across the board, if a Pokemon has natural cure, that ability makes it so you cure status effects when you switch out. So when a Pokemon gets a status effect, they just switch it out, no questions asked. So it's like Blissey skill swaps Truant off of it, but it skill swaps Natural Cure onto it, so you just put it to sleep, and then the AI, not thinking about it, just switches him out. Which when he sends the Slacking back out, it just has Truant again.
That's weird. It queues up all the actions and doesn't think about it beyond that.
Yeah, and I don't know if Blissey has another ability in Gen 3. So like maybe it only has Natural Cure, but if it has a second ability, they really should have given that to Blissey so that it wouldn't just fuck over its own strategy just by getting put to sleep. Here's the 2 Slacking side by side. I actually forgot that in Ruby and Sapphire, Norman had 2 Slackings, but then they nerfed it in Emerald so that he has a... I forget what they replaced it with. Might have been a Spinda or something. They made it significantly easier. But yeah, that's definitely novel, having the only time in the entire series that I'll probably see skill swap.
Seems like a good strategy. Or at least it's clever.
I always remember people talking about skill swap, like doing skill swap with Shedinja to get Wonder Guard on a Pokemon actually worth a damn. Like somehow getting Wonder Guard on Sableye, a Pokemon that has no weaknesses. I don't even know if that's possible. It probably isn't. I don't think either of those Pokemon learn skill swap, but if they do, maybe it works. I don't know. Maybe it can work in double battles if you like Smeargle and Shedinja. You get Wonder Guard on the Smeargle, you swap that out with Sableye, and then skill swap again onto the Sableye. That sounds very convoluted though, and probably wouldn't work. It takes too long.
Did they draw different sprites for all the Pokemon in Fire Red? Seems like some of them. Seems like the back sprites are the same, but the front sprites look different to me.
Yeah, the back sprites are definitely the same because I recognize this Butterfree sprite. The back sprite or the front sprites, I'm not sure.
Isn't Kangaskhan's sprite in Fire Red like her screaming?
I'm gonna look it up. Though, wait, some Pokemon are different and some are the same. 'Cause yeah, Kangaskhan is screaming, but the Butterfree sprite is the same thing.
They were taking this shit way too seriously. I'm trying to like figure out how to like get this XD thing to work, and they just don't want you to play the game like this.
You're being foiled at every opportunity.
Apparently, you're not even allowed to copy your save file.
Damn.
But like, why? How much of this game is just checking whether you're breaking the rules or not?
Yeah, for how dysfunctional this series is sometimes, they're damn sure to get you on the anti-cheat.
Apparently, if you have Truant and you use a move that makes you like have to charge up, you can charge up and loaf around on the same turn.
That sucks.
Does it?
Oh wait, do you mean... Wait,
Like
what do you mean? You mean like this... Sorry, what?
On the turn you're loafing around, you also charge back up, so you don't have to waste more turns.
Okay, I gotcha. I thought you meant like Solar Beam, not Hyper Beam. That makes sense. How would you... Okay, in Gen 1, if you killed something with Hyper Beam, you didn't have to recharge. I'm assuming that was a bug, but I've seen people say that they should bring that back. Do you have any opinion on that?
Wait. Explain it again?
Hyper Beam is like a super strong move, but you have to take a turn to recharge afterwards.
Right.
In Gen 1 only, if you killed something with it, you did not have to recharge. And I've seen some people say that they should buff Hyper Beam and all of the moves like that to being like that again, but intentionally, not as a bug. I think that would be cool. I don't know if it would like be overpowered or something, but Dragonite's color is fucking weird. Also, I have no idea what move Altaria is doing right now. It doesn't get to do it, but it like charges for 2 turns in a row, but nothing happens. I don't know. I was afraid. And also, yeah, Dragonite's color is strange. Looks sick.
Sky Attack.
Oh. That was fast.
Maybe. Gen... Sky Attack displays Pokemon is glowing.
But what's weird is that... okay, Altaria has a Chesto Berry, so it woke up from sleep immediately. It charges for 2 turns in a row because it does the glowing turn. I put it to sleep, but then it immediately wakes up, but that still interrupts Sky Attack for some reason.
Huh.
I'm kind of like dicking around in the menu because I'm like confused as to what's happening right now. Winona's team is kind of shit, except for these 2 Pokemon. Like Altaria and Skarmory are so much more deadly than the other 4. It's not even funny. Like, Pelipper sucks, Noctowl really sucks, Tropius mostly sucks, but Altaria has stuff like Dragon Dance, and Skarmory is Skarmory, one of the best Pokemon in Gen 3. Because it's a really good... Because, first of all, Steel is a really good defensive type, and it just has really good stats. Because Steven also has a Skarmory, that's another reason why I'm extremely glad that I have Nightmare, because doing damage to Steel types at all sucks.
Yeah. What on God's name is this save file?
How many save files have you gone through?
Like 5. This one has like mostly level 20 Pokemon, like 50 of them, and then at the very end of the box, there's just a level 100 Typhlosion.
Tate and Liza, I think, was like the second or third hardest. I had to do this. Oh yeah, this was. I actually told you about this. The first time I fought Tate and Liza, this Claydol did turn 1 explosion and just one-shot both of my Pokemon. So then I was like, because another thing about me resetting after every fight is that I can like use different moves and TMs if it's needed. I don't remember if it ever was, but I could do that. I tried giving Protect to both Pokemon because I thought that maybe that was like Claydol's thing, was just come in, take out 2 Pokemon with Explosion, and then just move on. So I was like, okay, I'll just use Protect on both of them and survive. Claydol never did Explosion ever again after that one. I don't know why. I don't get it. But Beedrill definitely doesn't like this boss fight because Psychic types fuck him up. Fuck her up. And this Hypno just spams the shit out of Protect. It's been happening a lot, but I remember being the most annoyed with it with Hypno. Just because it doesn't do anything. I think literally all it does is just do Protect until it dies. Irritating.
Nice.
It just keeps protecting. I can't kill this damn thing.
Okay, I made a party. I can stop thinking about this now.
Sweet.
It's so fucked.
I can't wait to see it.
I can't tell if it's unfair for me or you.
We'll find out.
That's what Swords Dance looks like in this game. It looks like the items from Brawlhalla.
That's so specific, but I know what you mean.
There was some game. Oh yeah, V Rising has Castlevania stuff in it now.
What's V Rising?
Good question.
What?
Let me. I was about to say what I think is, but then I was like, is that even the right game?
That's not the game that Icons turned into, right?
No, that's Vortex Rising, Combat Evolved, or whatever.
But it is V Rising, in a way.
V Rising, it's like Diablo basically, but also you can like. It has like more sandboxy elements for some reason.
I want to know what this fucking Hypno's moveset is, because its only attacking move that it did was fucking Headbutt. Wait, maybe it's about to do Psychic. Oh no, it has Dream Eater.
That is
Yeah,
actually
it's
a...
only Psychic move.
It's just a very terrible sprite for Slowking.
it's very derpy.
It just looks completely off model. It looks like if you bought a Slowking like toy at a fucking bootleg thrift store.
I was talking about this with Arizona about how a lot of the Gen 2 evolutions of Gen 1 Pokemon do not look like similar for the most part. Like Crobat and Politoed are very dissimilar, and Blossom is like, at least it is like the same color scheme. It's, yeah, Slowking just, I don't like Slowking very much. As a design divorced from its pre-evolutions, it's okay, but as an evolution of Slowbro, or Slowpoke, I honestly don't remember if it's a branching evolution or not. But as a part of the family, I don't really like it that much.
Well, now I know why you hate competitive Pokemon. Because this is all it is!
What'd you say?
I said, now I know you hate competitive Pokemon.
Yeah. I think it's like after the first 2 battles, you kind of get an idea of what my strategy is, which is just spam Sleep Powder with Butterfree and spam fucking Swords Dance and Twin Needle with Beedrill. There really is not that much strategy here, but it's not like I came into these fights expecting like me to have some crazy strategy with only 8 moves to work with between 2 Pokemon. I will say that the recording the bonus, what are they called? The rematches with the Elite Four and Gym Leaders in Platinum was actually much more interesting than I thought, because for the Elite Four I actually had to change my moveset every single team, because even at level 100 they were fucking me up real bad. It was like the first time, so I mean, for the record, the only things I've recorded so far is Yellow, a quarter of Crystal, I just finished all of Platinum, and now we're at the end of Emerald, so I've only done like slightly less than half of the games. So hopefully there'll be something crazy in Fire Red or Heart Gold or one of the Gen 5 games. Despite the fact that this is a Butterfree run, I still don't actually know the type chart for Bug. I really should just have it up on my other monitor at all times, but like, I'm still unclear of how Bug interacts with like ground, rock, fighting, just random types that I really should find out.
Lunatone looks huge.
How big is it supposed to be?
I guess I'll find out. What did that just say?
I guess it's like 4'7" or something.
Lunatone is cream colored, is what this says. Height 3 foot 3 inches?
That's
or 1 meter.
Smaller than I thought, but that's still about half the size of, or a little over half the size of me. So I guess if there was a giant moon-shaped rock that was sentient and it was that big, I'd probably be a little disturbed.
It's also 370 pounds.
My god, Lunatone fucking crit me at the end of this long-ass battle. Almost just died.
Where the fuck did you save the game at?
Me?
Meteor Falls?
Yeah, it's right after the Steven fight.
How do I escape this shit?
I think I have an escape rope.
Okay.
Either that or hopefully one of the Pokemon in there knows Dig.
Oh yeah, there's 14 escape ropes.
I just stockpiled all the hidden items and never used them.
Silverwind. Silverwind is Bug, right?
It is, and unfortunately Bug is a physical type in this generation, so Silverwind does really terrible damage. Look at Whiscash. Got a W on his fucking head.
Lapras looks so small.
Yeah,
What's
Lapras'
going
is
on?
really weird. This fight is like the shortest one, according to the timeline anyway, and it took me one of the most amount of tries just because I kept getting fucked over by something that one of her Pokemon had. Oh yeah, it was because 3 of her Pokemon have Double Team, so I kept getting fucked over by accuracy checks, and Lapras kept getting me with either Ice Beams or Blizzard and just like one-shotting me. It was really annoying. Yeah, Wishcash literally just spams Double Team and just annoys you to death, basically. I think if you leave it alive for too long, it tries to toxic you.
Jesus.
Thankfully, Butterfree has Compound Eyes, which mitigates the accuracy thing somewhat, but it can never make a non-100% move 100% accurate. So there's always the chance to miss. Oh yeah, another thing, I was gonna say this earlier when I was ranting about, like, the difficulty of getting these fights, is that they're actually in ascending order of difficulty too. Like, even though the order that you can do them in is completely random, Juan here is still the hardest or highest level, and Roxanne is the lowest level. So it's not like they're all even for some reason.
That is weird. I still love how when you're trying to figure it out, there was one person who's like, first This is the easiest way to do it. First, fight the reporters 255 times.
Yeah, fight them 255 times so they never move from their spot. Like, okay, you've instantly lost. Okay, I'd rather just go fight the fucking Elite Four like literally 1,000 times. Okay, fuck off.
Mathematically, I have to disagree.
Mathematically, my ass. This game is not as slow as Gen 4, but it is slow. Yeah, Polytoad. I can rant about the fucking Gen 2 evolution thing again. This thing does not look like an evolution of Poliwhirl.
Not at all.
If you didn't see its name, like if you didn't have the Poly association, it's just a fucking frog.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't even really look like a Pokemon. It looks like some sort of Brazilian TV mascot.
Pokemon version of BitConnect.
So what even is Polytoad's types and stuff?
Polytoad is just pure water, and I don't even know what it does. I think it's just like a mediocre water Pokemon. I know it, like, even though it's always been mediocre, it was like really good in Gen 5 because it had Drizzle, the like summon water or summon rain ability, and Gen 5 is the Weather Wars, so any Pokemon with a weather-inducing ability was automatically top tier.
Wait, which generation?
5.
Really? Why?
It's like two main reasons. One, weather from abilities was still permanent, which was the case since Gen 3. But also, for the most part, the only Pokemon that had weather abilities were legendaries like Groudon or Rayquaza, or like pseudo-legends like Tyranitar. But in Gen 5, when hidden abilities became a thing, tons of Pokemon got Drought, Sandstream, and Drizzle. Because of those two things and how weather was suddenly super easy to get because of the sheer amount of non-legendaries that could use it, every team was a fucking weather team. Gen 5 also buffed sleep in some way to the point where on fucking Pokemon Showdown they just banned sleep in Gen 5 completely, which is the most insane shit I've ever heard.
That's so seems extreme.
I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know fucking competitive Pokemon's methodology, but it's like, how many things do you have to ban before you are like, maybe Pokemon was not meant to be a competitive game? It's like, wow, Pokemon is such a deep strategy game. Bans accuracy moves, bans evasion, or bans like evasion altering moves, bans accuracy altering moves, bans sleep, bans weather, bans fucking Smeargle. Whatever. I know I don't have a whole lot of room to talk here because I play Smash Bros. Competitively, but at least I'm self-aware about the fact that Smash Bros. Is just not a competitive game at nature.
Right. It is, because like there's plenty of board and card games that are competitive, and obviously those are turn-based. But Pokemon is the one like turn-based video game that's. Is that true? Actually, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, imagine people playing competitive Disgaea 1.
That'd be neat.
Actually, I think Disgaea 7 brought back PvP, so maybe Nipponichi will get back on that.
I would definitely go for the thief meta, just steal all their equipment so they can't fight.
That probably is what the meta would be, is just steal shit.
They probably like banned stealing because they can't deal with like inventory stuff. If I had to guess.
I think that's a safe bet.
But I hope they didn't. I never even figured out how to fight in Disgaea DS. I don't know where you do that.
It's in the upper corner of Laharl's room.
Oh, okay.
There's just an NPC that you just do everything with. I don't know when he unlocks, if he
It's
doesn't start him.
It's kind of annoying because, like, you have to go all the way over there. It's like on the other side of everything else
Yeah.
in the game.
At the very least, the game does start you up there at the beginning of every chapter, but also, it's like you're... Yeah, I don't know. It's dumb.
Wait, so apparently you're supposed to save... I'm trying to figure out how this works. You're supposed to save in the Pokemon Center, then turn the game off, and then back on to play with XD.
I'm also still unclear about what Steven's type is supposed to be.
Isn't it Steel and Ice or some bullshit?
I think it's just Steel and Rock.
Oh. Well, because doesn't he have a Metagross?
Yeah, his signature Pokemon is the Metagross. But also, I think one of his Pokemon is Ground. Like, I don't think Cradily is Ground. I think Armaldo is part Ground. Yeah, this thing? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's also Bug Rock.
Sorry, this is fucking weird. I poked your team into the game, and it says Rutherford is bad egg. and then you click on it, and it says Pokemon is not allowed. Check the following. An egg may not enter.
What?
What has happened? Is it because you cheated them?
No,
and now it's like...
Wait, no, Ferris is fine, right?
Yeah, Ferris is fine.
Okay, Ferris... Both Butterfree and the Beedrill were gotten in the same way. They're both replacing a starter Pokemon. And Rutherford, I started a different Emerald save, and then just rare candied it up to level whatever, and then traded it over to the main save. So I did not, like, hack the Pokemon in any way. So if Ferris is fine, then Rutherford should be fine too.
Actually, Ferris isn't... apparently none of these Pokemon are fine.
Oh, god damn it.
It says that none of them are allowed, but it won't actually give a reason as to why.
So you finally found a legitimate team. It's probably because both of their Pokemon's, like, starting routes are impossible. Because like, when you go into the Pokemon thing, it's like, this Pokemon was met on route whatever, and neither Beedrill nor Butterfree are found on that route. Well, that's disappointing. I didn't even consider the fact they wouldn't be allowed to fight.
Yeah, me neither.
Do you think there's a program? I mean, people have been trying to bypass the anti-cheat in Pokemon for forever. Surely there's got to be some kind of program that will let us do this. Just like some EXE that'll just beep boop beep, now the Pokemon is legal.
I'll try and figure it. Is Pokemon XD a real game?
Aggron is Steel and Rock. Not a good typing, unfortunately. It's double weak to fighting and earth. I mean ground.
Oh.
And it still has the bad weakness, like some kind of bad weaknesses from water, like, or from rock, like being weak to water, being neutral to grass. Kind of sucks. Oh shit, Aggron has thunder. Didn't do that much damage, but it did enough. This battle's gone on for so long that I think at the beginning of the fight I got like almost KO'd by Skarmory or Claydol, but I stalled for so long that I went back up to full HP. And getting hit by thunder knocked me down to half health, and I'm already back up to like 2/3. I do think that the 3D games just changing HP bar speed to be uniform no matter how much you lose was a good thing, but it also means that sometimes, like, a Pokemon has 3 health, and for some reason that 3 health depleting takes just as long as a Blissey losing, like, 900 health. It's a bit of a... It's a little strange when you see it happen, but I think it was a good thing for the sake of pacing. Because HP bars take way too long to drain for most of the series.
So in Gen 1, when you do... What's the super combo with Bulbasaur?
Leech Seed Toxic?
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, let's just... We'll fix that. But really, the spirit was never fixed. That's all it is. You use a sleep powder and then we'll...
Oh, you mean...
like, just a 2-move combo that lasts forever.
Yes, yeah.
It's kind of fucked up that all the powders, like, just exist the way they do.
You mean just the fact that you could just do status effects at any time?
Yeah, just super easily like that.
Well, it's easy with Butterfree because Butterfree has Compound Eyes, which turns a 75 accurate move into a 97% accurate move. Also, Metagross looks really small.
Yeah, it does.
I was very underwhelmed when I saw him for the first time in this playthrough. I was like, really? That's what he looked like?
Oh god, Meteor Mash.
He wakes up and just to hit me with a fucking stab physical attack.
Jesus.
And then he raises his attack. So even if I were to stall this out for 16 turns to get to maximum HP, he would one-shot me.
Damn.
Thankfully, Citrus Berry only restores 30 HP instead of 30%, like I mentioned earlier.
At least one Pokemon has been ruled ineligible. Make sure all entering Pokemon meet the rules. But it says anything goes, you terrorist. What rules? I don't get it. I give up. This game's broken.
Well, I appreciate you going through the effort, even if it was fruitless in the end.
It's okay. The Versus mode setup screen music is delightful. I was listening to it for like an hour straight and I'm still not tired of it.
That's good. We are an hour and 1 minute into this recording, so... Hey, I did it.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. It has been now. Hey,
I did it. The game's over. Butterfree did it at level 83.
You're the champion?
I'm the champion.
You're the double champion?
I'm the double champion.
Why is he just hanging out?
Champions.
He's just like hanging out in a fucking crevice where a rock is gonna fall on his head and kill him.
I forget. I mean, I talked to him at the beginning. All he says is, "Oh, I knew you. I knew that you would know where to find me." Like, that's vague. Steven's a cool character. Steven's like the Red of this game, basically, but he's not as cool.
Well, Red's only cool because you play as him.
Yeah, true.